Live from Athletic Culture Stadium, it's the Canadian Baseball League, and this afternoon a matchup between the second place Barrie Baycats and the visiting Kitchener Panthers. Good afternoon, everyone. Along with ATN Skitch, I'm Julius Hern. Last time we took to these airwaves, the Barrie Baycats were tied atop the CBL standings, and almost 48 hours later, they're a game back in fourth place. That's how crazy the top of the standings are this late in the season. Well, you look back at last night, losing in a tight matchup against the London Majors, and the offense really wasn't clicking for the Baycats. A season-low 5 hits on the night, but you could also say the bright spot of that game might have been Nolan Macabrota.
Macabrota had an absolute contribution there, had 2 RBIs in that one. One of those few 5 hits that converted back in that third inning really made a difference here and kind of brought them back into that game. Unfortunately, the offense slipped in the back half.
You look at the Kitchener Panthers, and they remain on the outside looking in, 5.5 games back of a playoff spot after a hot start to this season. The results really haven't been there, but they really have been for Malik Williams.
Malik Williams, like you said, the last time we were at this ballpark, he was our highlight player as well. But we thought that might have been just a hot start to the season. Clearly not the case. He's still leading the league in batting average and second in the league in OPS, second only Yasiel Puig. And you got to imagine that if you're looking for consistency in this lineup, that's who you're looking at.
Now, welcome sight for some Baycats fans seeing a former Baycat on the field this afternoon. It'll be another great ball game between these two franchises. But first, the starting lineups with Ben Davy.
Fans, get ready to make some noise. Here is the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed
by Josh Matlow. Leading off for the Baycats, the center fielder, number 7, Cadiz Ejo. Batting second, the left fielder, number 95, Noel McGarry-Doyle. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 21, Wambi Cyprian. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 20, Nolan Macabrota. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 0, Francisco Hernandez. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 23, Clayton Keys. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 28, Noah Hall. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 29, Christian Julio Gelisar. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 47, Brendan Bailey. And on the mound for your Barrie Baycats, number 94, Saul Vasquez. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able and kindly remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
A beautiful day at the ballpark and a really nice crowd here on this Saturday afternoon in July for a ball game. Second time the Kitchener Panthers have been here at Athletic Culture Stadium to take on the Barrie Baycats. And the last game, if I remember correctly, Etienne, you were here with me in the booth as we called that one, and that was a very close game on the road between these two teams. It hasn't really been the similar case. It's been all Baycats.
So it's been nice to see the Baycats really heat up on the road. They got one of the best. They got one of the best road records in the league. Of course, a loss last night doesn't really help with that, but looking really, really good here. They wanted to get back on that win column, especially after the loss last night to London. If you want to keep up with the top dogs, right sitting at the top, you got to be there.
Now, opposite records between these two teams. We'll give you the starting lineup here for the visiting Kitchener Panthers. Leading things off, he was Vani Penalve in right field this afternoon. Petey Kiefer, son of Pete Kiefer, the manager. He's that shortstop, batting second. Malik Williams, the former Baycat, as we mentioned, batting third, playing first base. Matthew Fabian, the former batting champ, coming over to Kitchener mid-season. He's batting fourth. Zane Scanchi, the second baseman, batting fifth. Junior Ibarra, veteran catcher, batting sixth. Josh Williams, the DH, batting seventh. Trent Lawson in left field, and Rafi Gross to roll things out in the bottom of the order for Kitchener.
Starting pitch for Barrie is Saul Vasquez. This man is tied for the lead in the entire CBL for strikeouts. He's looking extremely impressive to start this year. And considering it's his rookie year here in the CBL, with that many strikeouts, he's got 62. He's on fantastic pace across 43 innings pitched, a 5.40 ERA.
And coming off his first CBL loss nearly a week ago against the Toronto Maple Leafs, really seemed like that wasn't an ideal performance for him. It didn't even make it out of the fourth inning in that one, but you look back to the rest of his season, really consistent as the third starter, in some cases the second starter for the Baycats in their rotation throughout the season as a left-hander, and again, is in his first year in the CBL. Our umpires this afternoon, Ryan Jackson behind home plate, Adam DeCare at first, Ryan Hughes at first as we get underway here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. The first pitch, a called strike at 4:06, a couple minutes early of the scheduled start time. Yosvani Penalve to lead things off for Kitchener.
Never going to complain about a game starting a little bit early.
Quick start for Vasquez, quickly ahead 0-2 on Penalve. We mentioned how Malik Williams, who we'll see in this inning, a hot hitter, but Penalve, you could argue, right there in terms of consistency at this point of the season as he takes one up and away. 7-game hit streak he brings into tonight's action.
A little bit of a windy day here, you know. Real sunny and a whole lot of clouds, but surprisingly sneaking its way through, but a whole lot of wind. You could hear probably jostling around the papers we got here.
1-2 from Vasquez. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the first out of the ball game. Let's give you the defense here for the Barrie Baycats.
Out in left field, you got Noel McGarry Doyle. Center field, Kenise Ejo. Right field, Clayton Keys. Out at third, Noah Hull. Shortstop, Francisco Hernandez. Second base, Brendan Daly. First base, Nolan Macabrota. Down at home plate, you got Christian Puyol Genesar, and of course, the pitcher we already talked about him is gonna be Vasquez.
Showing bunt and getting one down in foul territory is Petey Kiefer, trying to surprise Noah Hull, who maybe a bit caught by surprise at third base there.
Well, Hull was pretty fast to jump on it, but of course, Puyol Genesar just a little bit faster on the move there, and lucky that one is gonna kind of pop its way into foul territory.
Just the second start behind home plate for Puyol Genesar, but has had a ton of time as a defensive replacement late in ball games this year. Probably make that his third start. Wandy Cyprian, the DH today, so likely the backup catcher would be Carson Barker. Small bench again today for the Baycats, as has been all week, as Kiefer takes strike two. That's why you'll see Brendan Daly making his third consecutive start out at second base. One, two. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this one for Vasquez.
Fantastic there. Of course, going to well and truly secure that top of the strikeout leaderboard there. Already now up by 2. Then again, you know, you go into a tied. But especially with the Cardinals playing later today, you're going to absolutely want to see him kind of sitting at that top of the lineup there in terms of the strikeouts.
Nice hand for Malik Williams as he was announced, stepping in for his first plate appearance of the ball game. First pitch from Vasquez on the ground on the right side and scooped up by Daly on the first, and a really quick 1-2-3 inning for Saul Vasquez to get things started for Barrie. They'll bat in the bottom of the first inning here in Springwater.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Find the best prices and quality? Go to Renault Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Renault Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
First inning is brought to you by Park Place, Barrie's Grand Slam destination for dining, shopping, and fun. See you after the game.
Give me Josh Matlow starting lineup for the Barrie Baycats. Kenise Ejo on that familiar leadoff spot. Noel McGarry-Doyle, he's had a hot bat as of late, batting second. Wandy Cyprian moves up in the order as the DH, batting third. Noah Macabroda, first baseman in the cleanup spot for Francisco Hernandez, batting fifth at short. Clayton Keys also moves up as the right fielder, batting sixth. Noah Hall in there at third base, batting seventh. Christian Puyol Genesar batting eighth as the catcher, and Brendan Daly rounds things out at second base.
Pitching for the Kitchener Panthers, Evan Elliott leading a career year for the 25-year-old with a third year in the CBL. He's looking very, very solid. Much better on his strikeouts. He's about hit his halfway point of last year already. But in terms of his record, he's 3-3. Like I said, leading a much better season than last.
Yeah, 5.28 ERA this year, and that does seem abnormally high, but the league average ERA is well above 4. So it's not really something to scoff at if you're Evan Elliott, who's really cemented himself as the number one pitcher in this rotation. Call strike to Ejo, it's 1-1. Elliott, a former Texas Rangers draft pick back in 2021. And that predates his time in the CBL. 1-1 pitch on the ground to third base. Nice pick up there on the ground, and the play is made by Matthew Fabian. Let's give you the defense here for Kitchener.
Out in left field, Trent Lawson. Center field, Rafael Gross. Out in right, Yosvani Penalve. Third base, Matt Fabian. Shortstop, Petey Kiefer. And second base, Zane Skansky. First base, Malik Williams. The catcher, Junior Ibarra. And like we mentioned earlier, Evan Elliott at the mound.
So Noel McGarry-Doyle steps in here with one out. And as I mentioned, very hot as of late, especially since just the game before the All-Star break was really when he started to turn it on. He had a rough stretch a week or two before that, but it's another strong year as he rips that one right up the middle for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for either team.
The catcher, number 21, Wandy Cyprian.
Great way to start here for him. Had a very good game back on Thursday, if I remember right, when we were last here. Of course, the entire offense a little sluggish yesterday, so happy that they're back on pace here in Springwater.
He did have a hit in that ball game, but 3 on Thursday against the visiting Red Sox. And here's Wandy Cyprian, who moves up in the lineup today, as I mentioned. Breaking ball misses inside. And I talked to Josh Matlow last week about the decision to keep moving Cyprian up the lineup. Not to say that he didn't deserve it based on the way he's been hitting, because he's hitting just under 400 this year, but it's more of the lefty-righty matchups. Swing and miss. Matlow trying to mix up his platoon bats a little bit more. go righty-lefty the first four in terms of Ejo, McGarry, Doyle, Cyprian, and then Macabrota. Very, very much an alternate in terms of sides of the plate, and just getting it safely under the tag is Noel McGarry Doyle. That was a bang play, and he might consider himself lucky to be safe there.
That one was real close, Julius.
Elliott, very experienced pitcher, obviously that putting a lot of work in on that pickoff move. Is Noel McGarry Doyle really tempting him with that lead at first. The 1-1, runner goes, it's fouled away, out of play, 1-2.
It was very clearly a hit and run call because even basically before he got contact of that, you saw Noel McGarry Doyle 3/4 of the way, it seems like, to second base.
McGarry Doyle in his last 4 games, 7 stolen bases, including 2 last night in London. Pitch to Cyprian on the ground, foul. Francisco Hernandez leads the team with 18, which is just 8 away from the single-season Baycats franchise record. But up to 12 now is McGarry Doyle on his season. Elliott comes set, the 1-2 on its way. In the dirt, nice pick there from Junior Ibarra. Elliott, a big presence on that mound. 6'4", 240 pounds he's listed at. Runner goes, the pitch is outside and in the dirt, and McGarry Doyle will have that second base bag easily.
Ball's on the ground, didn't even think about trying to do anything silly with it because that throw, even if it's a little off target, you got to imagine Doyle's going to try and turn that into a shot at 3.
Junior Ibarra, one of the best defensive catchers in the league this year. Yet to record an error, was a Gold Glove selection last year. 3-2. On the ground, third base side, and it's booted. Off the glove of Fabian, rounding third, and coming in to score is McGarry Doyle, and the Baycats are on the board.
Full count, Cyprian just gets enough of it, and it's going to drive him home off the back of the really, really unlucky bounce there.
That's going to be an error charge to Matthew Fabian at third base, just his second of the year at third, but first with the Panthers. Cyprian moves up to second on the play as that ball went into no man's land in left field, and that brings up Noah Macabrota with a runner in scoring position. Cyprian on the move, the pitch, call the strike, the throw down, got him! Andrew White is furious, but it looked like Fabian just got the tag on the back of Cyprian as he dove into third base. No argument from Cyprian. A really strong throw from Ibarra. Cyprian testing the arm of the opposing catcher early on today. 0-1 to Macabrota. Fastball called a strike, 0-2. And just like that, one strike away from getting out of this is Kitchener.
We were talking about how the Baycats were just being extremely aggressive on the base pass on Thursday, clearly seeming to keep that momentum here.
Elliott deals, and it's just up and away from Macabrota. Should he reach, Francisco Hernandez on deck. Elliott's pitch. Swing and a miss. Macabroda waves at an outside slider, and that'll do it for the Baycats here in the first, but they get on the board early on an error off the glove of Matthew Fabian. We take a 1-0 lead into the second here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the second inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. The Bay
Thinking about doing a
1-0 lead. As Matthew Fabian a chance to redeem himself after his error brought in the opening run of the ball game. Saul Vasquez, a couple strikeouts in his first inning of work. Getting through that inning on just 9 pitches. Starts out Fabian with a fastball in there for a strike. Fabian coming over mid-season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and despite a batting title, Rookie of the Year in his first year in the league in 2023, really struggling at the plate this year as he nubs that one over to first base. Nolan Macabroda will take it to the bag himself. Despite a stumble, makes the out.
Second baseman, number 12, Zane Skansky.
Definitely got a little bit close in terms of the timing on that tag. But it's an out no less for Barrie. And Zane Skansky up to the plate.
Another right-handed bat here for Kitchener. Pitch from Vasquez. Just misses. Looked like he missed that one high. Skansky from Gig Harbor, Washington, first year in the CBL. And that one just gets the bottom part of the plate, doesn't agree with the call. Counts even at 1-1. 258 average for Skansky so far this year, 771 OPS. As he fouls that one away, looked like off the end of the bat.
Interesting to see how Kitchener responds after that run came in the last inning. Try and even themselves up on the board here as fast as they can.
On the ground to third, and it's going to get bounced foul left of the bag. And time is called by Skansky as he takes the opportunity to step out. Scancy, a college career that took him to a few different stops in Division I, Utah, then Creighton, and then was later a teammate with Yusuke Fuji, who was on the bench today for Kitchener at Campbellsville, an NAIA school. But for Scancy, injuries really riddled his college career before he really had a chance to get it going. 2-2 from Vasquez. That one's lifted into center field. Zijo will grab it on a line, and that's out number 2.
Right into the palm of his hand there. And Barrie still in a good spot. And on defense, they seem to be rock solid so far, so it's going to be interesting to see how they can keep this up. You know, defensively, they were very, very good throughout the game yesterday. That's what Milo said. You know, everything was kind of going their way, just they couldn't get any of the calls. So it's going to be interesting to see how they end up settling up here into this one.
Junior Ibarra, the veteran, pops up the first pitch. Right side foul territory. Noah Macabrota gives chase, and he makes the catch a couple paces in front of the fence. Another quick inning for Saul Vasquez. Another 9-pitch frame. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Barrie.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Barrie, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
Second inning is brought to you by Silo Athletics, a next-level indoor facility for baseball and soccer featuring training programs, camps, and private events. Now open. Book today at siloathletics.ca.
Bottom of the second, along with ATN Skitch, I'm Julius Hern. It's another Junior Baycats Saturday afternoon here at the ballpark, and a lot of kids here at Athletic Culture Stadium. We saw a shot of some of the inflatables earlier, and a lot of games down the right side in the fan sections on the Baycats dugout side. First pitch is bunted right in front of the mound. Tough play for Elliott. The throw down is in and out of the glove of Malik Williams. Francisco Hernandez reaches. That'll likely be a bunt single.
I don't imagine them getting an error, even contemplating being charged there. That was just a really, really tough play.
Francisco Hernandez very lucky of the bounce there, you could say, because that took a high hop right in front of the plate, and it looked like Ibarra had no shot to make a play on that. It was all Elliott. So leadoff base hit for Barrie. Brings up Clayton Keys. And first pitch is outside. Keys had that mammoth home run in the 8th inning on Thursday to really put an exclamation point on the blowout win over the Brantford Red Sox. And looked like that ball cleared Highway 26, let alone made it there. Throw down from Ibarra, and it's on the money. Hernandez gunned down at second base. Second runner that Ibarra has caught stealing this afternoon, and tough out there for the Baycats.
Well, they challenged him with those first couple of stolen bags there from first to second. Clearly, Ibarra's got the script now on exactly how Barrie is going to be running things. And he's got them on a dime.
Well, he's got two of Barrie's fastest runners as Keys grounds that one foul on the left side. Hernandez leading the team in stolen bases, but really had no shot. A perfect throw there from the Gold Glover. And now a clean slate for Evan Elliott. Pitching out of the stretch, the pitch from Elliott on the ground, foul again. It's 2-2.
First base coach for Barrie, not the usual target. I believe that's Tyler Plumpton, Jeremy Eulenbrook not here. So, any difference in the coaching going to screw things up? I doubt it.
No, that first base side rotates quite a bit this year, especially given Jeremy Eulenbrook's commitment to the 22U squad. 2-2 pitch to Keys, swing and a miss. Fooled Keys there on an off-speed pitch. Looked like the slider from Elliott. Second strikeout for him on the game. Noah Hall steps in looking to keep this inning going, and a very timely walk-up song. He's had it all year, but they love to hear a bit of Shania at the ballpark. Her new album came out on Friday, so if you haven't heard it, it's very good. Breaking ball outside to Noah Hall. Hull held hitless yesterday, but has really brought the power in the middle of the season. 1-0 outside, and from I didn't catch as much as batting practice as I would have liked to, but as far as I saw when I was on the field for the end of the Baycats session and what I've heard from some of the Baycats players, it was a launch fest this afternoon in batting practice. 2-1 now on Hull, and it looks to keep the same kind of form from BP this afternoon into regulation. Two 2-1, fouled off. One 1-0 Barrie, scoring in the first inning after a Matthew Fabian error brought in Noel McGarry Doyle. Otherwise, Evan Elliott has been consistent so far in the first couple innings. Strike away from getting out of the second. Here's the pitch. Just missed low. And Noah Hull works the count full. Christian Puyol Genesar on deck. The big right-hander comes set. 3-2 delivery. Just missed inside, and Noah Hall extends this inning with a 2-out walk.
The catcher, number 29, Christian Puyol Genesar.
Like you're saying there, Genesar usually gets that defensive substitution, so happy to see him get his time started at the plate as well.
Yeah, just the third start of the season behind the plate for the rookie. Average lead for Hull there at first base. Likely not to go, especially given the way Ibarra is throwing behind the plate. First pitch to Puyol Genesar, the appeal down to first.
Everybody clap your hands.
No opinion, I guess, from the first base umpire. That's Adam DeCare at first base, and then finally, no swing call. Might be the longest I've ever seen in terms of time in between the appeal down to first and the actual call. Nonetheless, a 1-0 count here. 1-0.
Ryan Jackson was a little bit slow to make the call, and Adam DeCare was, I believe, just waiting there for Jackson to officially stick his hand out to acknowledge the appeal.
Yeah.
So.
Brian Backland, our producer, a longtime umpire himself, telling us it has to come from the home plate umpire, just not just the catcher. 2-0. Down low, and Evan Elliott has dug himself a deep hole into this at-bat.
We saw Ibarra there press both his hands to the ground, telling Evan Elliott, take a breath, you have time.
Julio Dinosaur thought that was ball 4, but it's a called strike.
Actions of wisdom there for Ibarra. Hopefully going to rein him back.
Julio Dinosaur 3 for 20 this year in limited offensive action, and now a full count as he takes a fastball right down the middle. Three-two pitch from Elliott. Called strike 3. Doesn't look like Julio Dinosaur agrees with that call, but he gets rung up, and Evan Elliott gets out of this frame scoreless. 1-0 Baycats as we head to the third.
A sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from Fort Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
We headed into the third inning here in Springwater. 1-0 Baycats over the Kitchener Panthers, and second time they've met here at Athletic Kulture Stadium this year. Bottom third of the order for Kitchener here in the third. Josh Williams to lead things off, and Trent Lotson and Rafael Gross. And it's been a really efficient outing so far for Saul Vasquez. Just 18 pitches through the first 2 innings.
Williams' first year with the Panthers, and he's been sitting about his career average there. He's got a 267 batting average going into his career average is 261.
Takes the first pitch strike. You saw Malik Williams earlier, former Baycat. Obviously, both the Williams brothers, a great relationship with the Baycats organization. Josh Williams has not played for Barrie this year, and I say that because you look at his player profile. He's played for 5 different teams in his CBL career. He's been all over the map as he takes a strike 2 call. First time playing with his brother Malik, and both of them told me before the game it's been a really fun year, even though they haven't had the team results that they would have desired. It's been a really fun time playing with each other for the first time. And then 2-2 there after Vasquez, fastball in the dirt. Two-two pitch from Vasquez, swing and a miss. Gets Williams to chase a high heat fastball. Third strikeout of the ball game for Vasquez.
Add another one to the tally. Vasquez, nothing but straight heat today.
Trent Lawson steps in. And that one just misses. Puyol Jennifer trying to get the call. Another one low and in on Lawson, 2-0 now. Three and 0 now. Deepest hole Vasquez has been in so far in this ball game. Retired the first 7 he's seen today.
Doing so at a clip of 9 pitches per inning.
Gets that one over for a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch, swing and a miss. Count is full.
Full count, no.
Vasquez slipping off the mound there, and that might have contributed to that ball 4 pitch. First base runner of the ball game here for Kitchener, as we move to Rafael Gross, the number 9 hitter. Lawson, a big lead there at first. Doesn't go. That one ripped right up the middle, a base hit past a diving Francisco Hernandez. Stopping at second is Lawson. First hit of the ball game there for Kitchener. Off the bat of Rafael Gross.
A lot of respect from Lawson there to Kinesi Ijo out in center. Doesn't want to test the arm. Had a feeling that if he got moving there, probably would have been nailed.
With how hard that ball was hit, it would have been tough to go first to third, especially not being off on the pitch. Back to the top of the order, it's Yasvani Penalve. And first pitch is low. A couple base runners on here for Penalve. Mentioned earlier, comes in on a 7-game hit streak. 23 RBI this year. 1-0, big swing and a miss. Gross, the deep lead there at first, and another one taken low by Penalve. You might, if you're the Baycats, you might count yourself lucky that Lawson didn't go first to third, because had he been safe, Rafael Gross, a clear candidate to try and swipe second. Penalve calls time. Second year in the CBL for Penalve. He's played in every game for the Panthers between last year and this year. He's been a workhorse out there in right field for the Panthers. 2-on his line, and a nice leaping catch by Nolan Macabrota, and that's a big out for Barrie.
The big man's got hops. Snags it out of the sky, and Penalve gave him a little bit of a tip of the helmet there.
Definitely would have been a run-scoring play there had Nolan Macabrota not been able to get the height on that leap there, but does this pitcher a solid. Petey Kiefer grounds one to second, and a routine play for Brendan Daly. And the Baycats get out of the first jam they'll face today, leave a couple base runners on. They'll take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from Fortner Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Third inning is brought to you by Render 3D Quick, the #1 architectural 3D rendering company in Canada, working with thousands of builders, developers, architects, and more.
The man from down under, Brendan Daly, to lead things off for Barrie, who keep a 1-0 lead entering the bottom of the third inning. I'm Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. Happy to have you here on Baycats TV. Evan Elliott. Not just the 2 hits today so far. Brendan Daly takes that one into the right center field gap, and it's down for a base hit. Could be extra bases on his way to second, and he'll take the turn. He's going to try for 3. Here's the throw. It is not in time. A leadoff triple for Brendan Daly.
What a way to kick it off for the man down under. Had a great stretch on Thursday and keeping it going here today. And just in time to bring back Kenise Ejo.
Third hit of the ball game, first extra bases for Barrie. That's the first CBL triple for Brendan Daly. Really taking advantage of his time in the starting lineup this week. Had a 2 RBI double on Thursday, as that one fastball fouled off the screen by Kenise Ejo. Infield moves in now for Kitchener.
They're right on that inside grass.
Go one. Right up the middle, off the foot of Evan Elliott, and coming in to score is Daly. That's going to be an RBI single for Kenise Ejo, and it's 2-0 Barrie. And obviously now the concern for Evan Elliott Could be that foot. That was a hard hit ball from Kenice Ejo, and Elliott went down almost right away as that ball went straight up into the air. Pete Kiefer makes his way out to the mound. Elliott obviously standing and walking under his own power, but pointing out to the trainer that where that ball hit him looked like on the outside part of the foot, or possibly the inside part, definitely the right side there for him as he fell off the mound. And he's going to stay in this ball game. But home plate umpire Ryan Jackson will give him a couple warm-up tosses to see how he feels.
Gotta have some kind of fancy footwork there if you want to, take an exit velo of, we'll say roughly 90 for just purpose of speaking there, and taking that off the foot and just walk it off and keep on going.
Well, heads up base running there from Brendan Daly, also knowing where that ball was at relative to trying to score on what was an infield single for Kenice Ejo, who put the ball in the right spot, trying to go up the middle. And we'll see if he tries to test the arm of Junior Ibarra here. Fast runner's got an aggressive lead at first, doesn't go. The bunt put down by Noel McGarry Doyle, and the throw on at first is in time. Ejo moving up to second. The sacrifice is successful there from McGarry Doyle.
Sacrifice on 0 outs to move another runner into scoring position, and to give a man who's got that high batting average like Wandy Cyprian. It's exactly the kind of situation that you want to be in if you're the Baycats. You take your one out, and all of a sudden you got two players who are more than willing to bring each other home without too much issue.
Well, you think back to the last time the Panthers were here at this ballpark, and the game between these two teams was very close. It ended up being a walk-off win for Barrie in the 10th. But a very close game throughout, and for Josh Matlow to put a bunt play on the move there, as there's Ejo, and hit and run, not successful, is fouled off by Cyprian. But to put a bunt in play there, it shows how valuable each and every run is going to be in this ball game.
Ejo had a great jump on that pitch. Just unfortunate that it ended up fouling off.
Big lead for Ejo at second. Definitely in the head of Elliott. There's the pitch on the ground, foul on the left side.
You gotta wonder if that pickoff move, because he was hitting the foot, maybe they're trying to take advantage of it on the base pass there. See if they can get a little bit of extra move there, just because maybe it might take an extra quarter of a second to get that spin.
Scansey trying to keep Ejo honest, and Elliott will step off. First disengagement for the big right-hander. Just one out here in the third, 0-2 count on Wandy Cyprian. The Baycats have put together a couple base hits here in the third and have doubled their lead, 2-0. Ejo dancing around at second base, doesn't go. Pitch to Cyprian is fouled away. Looks like Cyprian seeing that fastball well. Elliott, mostly a two-pitch pitcher, fastball slider mix. As Nolan Macabrota stands on deck, awaiting an opportunity. Cyprian on the ground to third and played by Fabian. No movement from Ejo. He'll stick around at second, now 2 down.
The first baseman, number 20.
And the other option there, I was thinking is, even if Cyprian goes down, you got your man that you want in the cleanup spot. You got to imagine, because Rio's out of the lineup, a little bit of extra pressure on Nolan Macabrota, something that we were going to talk about in that opening segment. But Macaro's another guy, if you say, hey, if Rio goes, I want this man in my cleanup spot because he's got the power.
You usually see Nolan Macabroda slotted either right in front or right behind Ryan Rio when he's available. Rio and Adam Odd actually not available throughout this week. Ejo bluffs a start, and the first pitch to Macabroda is low. Ibarra threw out Wandy Cyprian, attempting to steal third, and later Francisco Hernandez at second. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss from Macabroda. Lots of fans in attendance here at Athletic Culture Stadium as Cool Cat. I don't think we saw Cool Cat on Thursday night. It's nice to see a presence here on a Saturday afternoon. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, Cool Cat was there. Cool Cat was in the military jersey for military.
Oh, that's right.
You were just probably looking for the white jersey.
Well, honestly, I don't think I saw Cool Cat. On the ground, hard hit ball. Kiefer stumbles upon it. The throw into first, still in time. A nice recovery there from the Panthers shortstop. Baycats stranded runner in scoring position, but they add one to their total. 2-0 as we go to the fourth inning here in Springwater.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's up. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Baycats out in front 2-0 over the Kitchener Panthers here on a Saturday afternoon, Junior Baycats Day. A really nice crowd on hand to see Malik Williams, a former Baycat, as he lead off this fourth inning against Saul Vasquez. Vasquez got into his first jam really in the last inning, left two base runners on. Williams grounded out his first time. That ended the first. The 1-0. There's a shot out in the left field, but it's going to hang up for Noel McGarry Doyle. He makes the catch. One down.
Third baseman number 31, Matthew Fabian.
Matthew Fabian steps in, grounded out to first his first time. I'm trying to turn around a season that started in Toronto, as I mentioned, and has not been really up to standard for him. He hit .406 in his rookie year, won Rookie of the Year honors and the batting title here. What was the IBL 2023 when he was with Brantford. But hitting under 200 across the entire season so far. But has been getting on base at a higher clip, at least so far with Kitchener, than he has been with Toronto. It's already exceeded his season walk total when he changed teams. That one's popped out into right center field, drifting over his Canisijo, back to his left, and he makes the catch right in front of the warning track, 2 down.
And the defense for Barrie still lights out. You had that little stretch in that top of the third where 2 people got on base, but other than those 2, one after another after another.
Zane Scansey will look to extend this frame for Kitchener. Takes a first pitch strike. Scansey, if you include today, it's 1 for 6 against the Baycats this year with a couple strikeouts. The 0-1 on the ground to third. Noah Hull can't quite come up with it right away. Recovers. The throw is on the money. Nice recovery there from Noah Hull to keep this defensive stand intact. 2-0 Barrie as we're on to the 5th inning.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Barrie, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
The 4th inning is brought to you by Liahona Mortgage Investment Corp, delivering targeted investment returns of 6 to 8% with a 1-year maturity. Learn more at liahonamic.ca.
We're on to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. It's still Evan Elliott for Kitchener, despite we've seen some sporadic bullpen action, but nobody really warming up in terms of looking like they're going to be the next man up. Seen a couple arms throwing, but nobody urgent, you could say. Francisco Hernandez will lead things off for Barrie. And a 2-0 lead for the home team. First pitch outside. Hernandez, a bunt single his first time. And really seemed to catch the Panthers infield off guard. And it was actually Elliott that had to come up and try and make a play on it. The 1-0, that one's launched into left field, but foul.
Had a great target on it, just drifted on him.
Didn't look like he caught the center of the barrel, pulled it a little bit. Looked like maybe Hernandez was sitting on the slider, but got the location. The 1-1. Catches the zone, 1 and 2. Now a 23-game on-base streak for Francisco Hernandez with that second inning base hit. Puts that one on the ground, but it's going to get foul as well. Saw a few Kitchener Panthers fans who've made the trip this afternoon. Saw a couple as early as maybe 90 minutes before first pitch as well. So committed to the fandom here for Kitchener as we see a pop up for Hernandez. Matthew Fabian all over it, makes the catch for out number 1.
Number 23, Clayton Keys.
Now you notice a lot when, especially when you see the Baycats go on the road to parts of the province like Kitchener, Guelph specifically. Sometimes Toronto for sure in those games at Christie Pitts, but Baycats fans travel well as well, especially in the KW area and closer to Guelph. Inside, the first pitch to Clayton Keys. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Keys has really cemented himself as the guy for Josh Matlow, he says, in right field after the move of Edgar Figueroa to the inactive list, essentially a release for him. With Baycats retaining his rights with that move. The deadline, the transaction deadline in the CBL is just on Monday night. We're nearly 48 hours away. So it'll be a lot of discussion around who goes where and what moves will be made for both teams and everyone across the CBL, especially for the 5 teams who are sitting in those playoff spots right now, because it really seems like the playoff line between 5 and 6 is really the dividing force in this league right now.
And going into that transaction deadline, anyone that you're looking at, Julius, who's like, hey, this is someone who I think maybe might move? Or is that too early to call?
I think it's too early to call. I think it's really hard to say. Swing and a miss from Keys. He goes down swinging. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Evan Elliott. No, it's hard to judge for any of these teams, especially if you look at a team like the Baycats, who seem pretty content with their import situation at the moment. And also, some of the Canadian guys, you never know what situations they might be walking away from if they move teams, right? It's really hard to say. And this will be the first year with a salary cap in play as well, and things like that to consider. This deadline is a bit of a different animal compared to the previous. Noah Hull walked his first time, and he grounds that one foul. Pitch from Elliott. Catches the bottom of the zone, 1 and 2.
The crowd and Hull not happy with that call. Has to take an extra second there to reset himself going into his 1-2 count.
Christian Puyol, Genesar on deck if Hull can reach. Hull was up with 2 outs his first time as well. And he swings and misses at that pitch. Back-to-back Ks to end the frame for Evan Elliott. The Panthers still trail 2-0 to the Barrie Baycats. They'll have a chance to get on the board for the first time in the top of the 5th coming up here on Baycats TV.
Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
We're into the fifth inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. 2-0 Baycat lead over the visiting Kitchener Panthers. Saul Vasquez has been very efficient through 4 innings. Only 42 pitches so far for him. He's allowed just 1 hit and a walk. Both of those coming in the third. So 3 up, 3 down innings so far for the ball game here for Vasquez, who retook the CBL strikeout lead. He's got 3 on his line score so far today. Junior Ibarra will lead off the inning for Kitchener. And the first pitch called strike.
Ibarra pulls his bat out of the way there, was looking to show bunt and brought that bunting bat right vertical in front of him, so no chance there.
Well, he lines that one into left field. Having to go back on his McGarry Doyle. He watches it fly. It's gone. Just crept under the Military Day sign out in left field, and the Panthers are on the board with a leadoff homer by Junior Ibarra. First home run of the season for the Cuban-born catcher. His 10th in his CBL career. As Kitchener has cut the Baycats lead in half. Josh Williams will step in as Vasquez will look to redeem himself. First pitch, a called strike. Low and away, misses. It's 1-1. Another one low and away from Vasquez. For him, it's just the 6th home run allowed this year by the Mexican lefty. 2-1. Low and away again. They're really staying away here from Josh Williams.
We saw Vasquez work his way back from a 3-0 count. Now he's got 3-1, maybe a little easier.
Swing and a miss. Gets back into what counts full. It's important here for Vasquez not to miss inside. That's why they're trying to stay away from Williams. And he does it again right there. Big swing and a miss. And a big first out for Vasquez, recovering from that home run.
You hate to see a commentator's curse. You love to see when you say something and it comes out true.
How much do you actually believe in the commentator's curse? You see it a lot in, especially football. Not necessarily baseball all the time, but here and there. You see instances where that could be a point of discussion.
I'm a football kid, always have been. Like, think we've got 4 generation of Argos fans in my family kind of thing. So CFL is in our blood. So the Commentators curse is well and truly something that I believe in. I've seen it far too many times.
High fly ball drifting into foul territory and eventually out of play off the bat of Trent Lawson. As a team, that was the 4th home run hit by the Panthers this year against the Baycats. Pitch from Vasquez, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 5th.
Well, that's one way to come back from a home run being popped over your head is a whole lot of strikes.
5 Ks now for Vasquez, as Rafael Gross will step in, the number 9 hitter. A long look in from the lefty. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Kiefer, Gross, and Josh Williams all homering against Barrie previous to today. But again, as I mentioned, those ones all at Jack Couch Park. 2 out, base knock there for Gross as he rips one up the middle. Second hit of the game for Gross. He has 2/3 of Kitchener's total halfway through. Vasquez will take the opportunity to reset as Penalve steps in. Strikeout victim back in the 1st. Gross on the move. Here's the throw down from Will Genesar, and it's just not in time. And Baycats can't believe the call. You can see Francisco Hernandez having a dash in front of the bag and try and make a swipe tag. So runner in scoring position here in the 5th for Kitchener as Gross picks up the steal. th steal of the season for Gross. Pitch from Vasquez is up and in on Penalve. You got to imagine now, Vasquez, only the 2nd time he's had a runner on 2nd behind him, but much more stressful than with a runner on 1st, even if you're looking at first base more as a left-hander.
It's a fact of knowing that you got to look back every here and there to make sure they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. Because really anything that's going to leave that infield is realistically a run score that'll tie this game.
Also, you feel as a pitcher sometimes with a runner on 2nd base behind you, it's almost like you feel like they're like right over your shoulder. It feels closer than they actually are. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, 2-2. Vasquez looking for strikeout number 6. Fans getting behind him here. And that one fouled away.
Lots and lots of 2s on the board right now.
Vasquez a strike away from getting through the 5th. The 2-2 pitch on the ground, up the middle. It's off the glove of Vasquez, and it's going to be an infield single for Penalve. Gross moves up to 3rd. And tough luck there for the Baycats lefty. He tried his best to make a tweener play on that one.
Lights are tied up, runners on corners. All of a sudden, things get a little bit sketchier.
Here's Petey Kiefer. Could see Penalve try a steal here. He's got 8 this year. His first pitch taken for a strike by Kiefer. Kiefer at one point was the league leader in RBI, and a few weeks into the season, it wasn't particularly close. That was his hottest stretch of the year. Had a 5 RBI game in May against Chatham-Kent. The 0-1. Right, line shot right at Francisco Hernandez, who only has to take one step to snag it and end the inning. Panthers get on the board, a solo shot by Junior Ibarra, but they still trail Barrie by a score of 2-1 as we're halfway through here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fantz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Fifth inning is brought to you by One-Eyed Jack Barrie. Bring your same-day Baycats tickets before or after a game to get 10% off your bill. Taking a quick look around the league, we're not the only game going on. At the same time, we got London and Brantford. Those guys just finished up during our game. London was down 3-2 at one point, and a good old 5-run inning is going to propel them to an 8-3 win. Another one going on right now. Chatham-Kent at Guelph Royals. The Barnstormers up 3-1 there in the bottom of the fifth. And later on 6 p.m., this one, a game to put a pin in. Welland at home taking on the Hamilton Cardinals. And, you know, you have your given predictor of the win probability. It's sitting 50-50. That one looks to be pretty good, Julius.
Yeah, that's a game that's going to be important to Baycats fans after this one wraps up, but that might be the game to watch in the CBL tonight. On the ground off the bat of Pulial Genisar, and Kiefer throws him out easily at first base, one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Number 47, Brendan Bailey.
And if you're a Panthers fan, I mean, the Panthers have the Jackfish tomorrow. So I'm sure they'll have a close eye on that game in Welland later this evening. Baycats have Welland next Thursday.
We were talking in the pregame how Barrie seems to kind of have Welland's number throughout this year kind of thing. I don't believe we've dropped a game to them yet.
Barrie has not lost to Welland this year. They've not lost to Kitchener either. But they have not beaten London or Hamilton. Obviously only one of the 6 games being played so far against the Cardinals for the Baycats, so there's a lot of ground to make up in that area. 2-1 here on Brendan Daly, who had that huge leadoff triple back in the 3rd inning and eventually scored on an RBI single by Kenny Seja, who's on deck. The 2-1. Called strike, 2-2. Pitch from Elliott. Down low and in. It's full count. Daly's done a great job this week in working pitchers' counts. He's been able to bring the pitch count up, get into these 3-ball counts, full counts, and take advantage. Another 3-2 pitch. That's on the ground, left side, and through for a base hit. 1 out knock for Daly, and turns it over to the top of the Baycats lineup.
The center fielder, number 7,
Well, it's a great spot for Daly to be in that 9-hole, especially if you can have him consistently, even if it just squeaks by that infield. That's all he's going to need for that single. And if he can get on base, it sets up the rest of that top half of the lineup for a fantastic rest of this one.
There is action in the Panthers bullpen. Don't have a great look at it at this very moment, as that one's rocketed into left field. That's down in fair territory. And thinking about taking the turn as Daly, he'll stick around at second base as that ball's fired in from the left fielder, Trent Lawson. So held to a single there is Ejo. But back-to-back hits here with 1 out in the 5th.
The left fielder, number 95, Noel Barrie Doyle.
Gianfranco Rizzo will take a mound visit here with Evan Elliott, who has had some minor trouble in the first. That one an unearned run scored by McGarry Doyle, who's about to step in, and then that triple, as I mentioned, really hurting him in the third. This being the first time he's had multiple base runners on behind him. And with action in the bullpen, this mound visit might serve as a bit of a warning for the big right-hander. Still a close game, 2-1 Baycats. Panthers getting back a run in the top half of this inning on a home run by Junior Ibarra.
It seems that military sign, we just had it on Thursday, but it seems like that sign has just been a beacon for hitters in terms of where to put that home run ball.
That's the hit it here sign for anyone looking to get one out of here in left field. First pitch to McGarry Doyle. It's on the ground right in front of the mound. Elliott comes off, makes a clean play at first, but the runners move up on the ground out.
The designated hitter, number 21.
That's not going to go down as a sacrifice for Noel McGarry Doyle as his last plate appearance, but essentially the same result.
Runners on 2 and 3. Cyprian, chance for some big numbers here.
Yet to have a hit in tonight's ball game, Wandy Cyprian. Reached on an error and grounded out in the DH spot for the first time tonight. First pitch from Elliott. Oh, and that one's into left field for a base hit. Daly's in the score. Getting the wave is Ejo. And the Baycats have tripled their lead. It's 4-1.
The first baseman, number 20,
Wandy Cyprian seeing the first pitch and taking advantage off of Evan Elliott. A 2 out, 2 RBI single. A really tough part of this Baycats lineup, and we'll see if Cyprian tries to test the arm of Junior Ibarra again. His first pitch to Macabrota is called a strike. Cyprian was thrown out stealing third in the first, but if he tries for second base, we'll see if it might be a different story. Inside, it's 1-1. Elliott's pitch, fouled away by Macabrota. Reach for that slider.
spooky looking clouds over there out and left right now.
The weather forecast this afternoon did call for a chance of showers, about 40% chance of showers this afternoon sometime. But this game is official. Outside, 2-2.
They almost just had a gimme pickoff on Cyprian there as he took his sweet time coming back to the bag.
Yeah, Cyprian's got to be careful. He's been a bit jolty with taking his lead at first base. And the defensive wherewithal of Junior Ibarra behind the play, he might see that and try and have the Panthers take advantage. Full count now on Macabrota as that one is up and away. Cyprian will be off on the pitch. As thought might be 75 pitches now for Elliott. We saw that mound visit earlier, and we've seen some action in the bullpen. No matter what, this very well might be his last batter. The 3-2 runner on the move has popped up on the infield. Coming in is Matthew Fabian. He makes the catch on the run to end the inning. But the Baycats add a couple more. An RBI single from Wandy Cyprian. 4-1 as we head to the sixth.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Sixth inning now as the Baycats will carry in a 4-1 lead. Saul Vasquez returning in line for what would be his fourth win of the season. He's been super efficient, 63 pitches through 5 innings.
Thank you, Jenna. The sixth inning is brought to you by Pure and Simple, the better breakfast brand located at 521 Bayfield Street, just minutes from the stadium.
Malik Williams will lead things off again for the Panthers. Comes into this plate appearance 0 for 2 so far today. Vasquez's season high in innings pitched is 6. He's done that on 4 occasions, pardon me. One of those was against the Panthers, and that was his second win of the year, June 21st. It's called a strike. Only time he's pitched against the Panthers so far this year, went 6 innings, 3 earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, had 9 strikeouts. The 0-1 to Williams is away.
All the action that we saw in the Kitchener bullpens come to a close here. They've already got their guys sorted out.
On the ground left side, Noah Hull waits on it. A long throw is in time to get Malik Williams at first for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 31, Matthew Fabian.
You got to imagine if knowing Malik Williams hitting above 430 this year, that is a hard batting average to maintain. So he was trying to get every possible hit to try and keep that leading batting average. And you could tell he was booking it down that first base line to try and beat that throw out. I'm surprised Noah Hall waited as long as he did on that ball instead of coming in.
Well, especially when you've got your main competition on the other side of this game in Noel McGarry Doyle, who's .018 on that batting average behind him. You definitely need every single hit you got. Going 0 for 3 doesn't help.
0-1 here on former batting champ Matthew Fabian. And that pitch is outside. The heart of this Panthers order so far today, 2 through 5, so far held hitless. Entering this plate appearance by Fabian, 0 for 10 on the ball game with a strikeout. The 1-2 from Vasquez. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for the league leader.
Vasquez's total now up to 68.
First pitch to Scansey in there for a strike. I imagine Hector Yan will be starting tonight for Hamilton, and he and Vasquez were entering today tied for the league lead at 62. So that also is something to keep in mind as that game comes on at 6 o'clock. One here to Zane Scansey, and it's in the dirt. That one just catches the bottom part of the zone, 2-2. As we keep an eye on the Panthers bullpen, see if Evan Elliott will have a chance to go 6 this afternoon. But Vasquez got to get out of the 6th here, and he does with another strikeout. 7 Ks through 6 innings for Saul Vasquez. The Baycats took a 4-1 lead into the bottom half here in Springwater.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
the 6 for the Baycats, the shortstop, number 0, Francisco Hern.
Sixth inning is brought to you by Pure and Simple, the better breakfast brand, located at 521 Bayfield Street, just minutes from the stadium.
Into the 6th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. And Francisco Hernandez will lead things off for Barrie. Evan Elliott back out for his 6th inning of work. And his first pitch is a liner off the end of the glove of Matthew Fabian and into shallow left field. I imagine that's going to be another error charged to Matthew Fabian. It looks like a makeable play. That ball right off the end part of the bat for Hernandez and sinking. And that will be scored the second error of the game on Fabian.
You guys got a quick look over at the bullpen earlier on for Kitchener just as we were coming back from the break. The man warming up over there is Ben Hewitt.
Swing and a miss from Keys. We'll have to see how long the leash will be here on Evan Elliott in the 6th. Look over at Hernandez. In the dirt. Longest outing of the year for Elliott was a 6 1/3 inning outing at home on June 18th against the Red Sox. That was a winning effort. Allowed just 2 earned runs on 5 hits. But he's reached 6 innings 3 times. There's another throw over. Check on Hernandez. Hernandez was caught stealing back in the 2nd. Absolutely perfect throw from Junior Ibarra.
Since those back-to-back steal pickoffs, I don't think anyone's gotten any more aggressive.
Well, a delayed steal there worked out for Hernandez. 19th of the year for him.
Right as I say, the Baycats weren't getting as aggressive on the base pass after those back-to-back pickoffs. You see Hernandez go flying down the line.
I think it was more of a beware of the arm of Ibarra, so to speak. So the delayed steal tactic working there for Hernandez. He's at second base. 3-1 now on Clayton Keys, who struck out his first 2 times. Inside, ball 4 on Clayton Keys. So back-to-back reach here to start the 6th for Barrie. And now it's decision time for Pete Kiefer. As ATM mentioned, saw Ben Hewitt warming up in the bullpen earlier.
Well, you saw Kiefer come back to the dugout there with the clipboard in hand, so you don't imagine he'll be much longer.
Another early inning jam for Evan Elliott as Noah Hull steps in. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is just outside. You see the corners in on the infield there for the Panthers. See if Francisco Hernandez can take advantage. You see how far in Matthew Fabian is from the third base bag, especially with Hull showing bunt there. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's called a strike as Hernandez has to scurry back to second. He was nearly halfway down.
Well, halfway down the baseline and halfway to laying flat on the floor too with his speed of having to hit the brakes there.
That walk for Clayton Keys extended his on-base streak to 18 games. 1-1 to Hull. Puts that one into right field for a base hit. Keys had to stick around and freeze on it as Hernandez tries to round third, takes the spill. But scurrying back to third base. The base is now loaded with nobody out, and Christian Puyol Genesar stepping in.
The catcher, number 29, Christian Puyol Genesar.
station to station running what the Baycats doing right now. Unfortunately, don't think that was exactly planned, but great way to go if you're just going contact for contact here.
As we'll see a mound visit here, another one from Gianfranco Rizzo, the pitching coach, as Andrew White also runs around as Polio Genesar joins him and Josh Matla for a brief chat. Really key situation here for the Baycats. Bases loaded, nobody out. A chance to break this game open. And a chance for Puyol Genesar to have a breakout moment on his season. You gotta imagine on that base hit from Hull with how low of a line drive that was. As we see the second mound visit there, charged to Kitchener. You know, both Hernandez and Keys had to freeze on that one and really watch it touch grass in right field before they could ever make any decision. Especially with Hernandez likely not being even able to try for home plate. So the base is loaded. Puyol Genesar, first pitch, he drives it, but it's foul and into the Panthers bullpen.
You know, I think a breakout moment would classify as a grand slam. What would you say?
I think so. Long look in from Elliott. Here's the 0-1. Just misses low. Puyol Genesar has a good sense of the zone, being behind the plate all game long. Elliott's 1-1. On the ground left side, Fabian misplays it again. It's into left field. Hernandez scores coming around his keys, and it's 6-1 Baycats.
And surely another error charged to Fabian.
Unfortunate there for Puyol Genesar, who won't be credited with the 2 RBI. And even further, that's unfortunate for Evan Elliott, who's been at the mercy of his defense all game long. Multiple runs coming across due to the 3 errors charged to Matthew Fabian at third base. First pitch to Brendan Daly is a called strike. Swing and a miss from Daly. So Puyol Genesar at first, Noah Hall at second. Still nobody out. Here's the 0-2. Put into left center field. It is down for a base hit. Getting the wave is Noah Hall. He's going to come in and he will score. And it's 7-1 Barrie. And that looks to be the last straw for Pete Kiefer as he'll make his way down to the mound and make a pitching change. 10 hits for the Baycats in this ballgame off of Evan Elliott, but 3 errors have proven costly as Evan Elliott will head to the dugout. His day is finished. Ben Hewitt will come in. We'll introduce him in just a moment here on Baycats TV. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning, and the Panthers have dipped into the bullpen for the first time, and Ben Hewitt is the first man on the mound.
The rookie at New Westminster, British Columbia, 1-1 record on the season with a 6.30 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 10 walks across his 20 innings pitched, giving up 25 hits, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares against a Baycats team that's already racked up 10 against the starter, Evan Elliott.
Very much a fastball pitcher, but has a slider in his arsenal as well, and starts Ejo off with a fastball outside. 3 runs have come across here in the 6th. Brendan Daly is at first, Christian Puyol-Genesar at second.
Talk about Hewitt being thrown to the fire and flames as he faces the top of the Baycats order with 2 runners on right behind him.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe Pete Kiefer wasn't going to let Elliott have a 4th time through the Baycats order today. Here's the 2-0. Just missed again, up and away. 3-0 here to Ejo, who I'd imagine will be taking 100%. Ejo an RBI single back in the 3rd. And that one misses. Bases are again loaded with nobody out.
The left fielder, number 95, go out, Barrie Doyle.
Been keeping track of like all the run scoring plays throughout the game so far on my book, and you know I'm doing it with about a half page. I'm getting about close to the bottom here, Julius. This Baycat squad has been on fire.
Bases loaded as Noel McGarry Doyle sees the first pitch high, and you got to imagine at this point Baycats will be taking gladly until Hewitt proves he can throw a strike.
5 balls in a row.
Guess that one over for strike 1. Almost start to hear the ball 5, ball 6 chants from some people in the crowd here. So 1-1 on McGarry Doyle with bases loaded, and he fouls that one away. McGarry Doyle 0 for 2, scored a run in the 1st, sacrificed in the 3rd.
Andrew White had to jump out of the way of that one there.
Another big right-hander, 6'5", 215. His pitch is up, put up the middle on a high hopper. Touching the bag is Kiefer. The throw on the first, not in time. Puyol-Genesar scores on what will be a fielder's choice for McGarry Doyle.
The designated hitter, number 21, Barrie Cyprian.
Just the first out of the inning there for the Panthers defensively. As now runners on the corners for Barrie and Wandy Cyprian due up as the 8th hitter of the inning. Big swing and a miss. Cyprian sitting on that early fastball. See if McGarry Doyle tries anything here. The throw over to first, not in time, as he dives back in. Brendan Daly at 3rd. His RBI single was the killing blow, so to speak, for Evan Elliott. Swing and a miss again from Cyprian, who's trying to bring some power into this inning.
Thing is, you can't necessarily be all on about power if you're Wandy Cyprian here. Baycats have been doing great, just relying on contact hitting. Get that ball in play. It's driven a ton of runners so far.
(8-1) Barrie. Hewitt's pitch. Little poke out in the shallow center field. Coming in to make the catch is Rafael Gross, and he'll hold Daly in with a strong throw in, cut off by Williams.
Gross threw himself off his feet there and wasn't quite able to cut the rest as that ball ended up into the hands of Malik Williams over at the mound. And maybe Daly might have been able to spin there to get the Baycats up to 9, but it would have been real sketchy.
Baycats had a bat around 5-run third inning in the game on Thursday here against the Red Sox. This is their 9th hitter of the 6th inning. Nolan Macabrota swing and a miss. Again, another home run cut on early fastballs from Ben Hewitt. McGarry Doyle with the lead at first. He's inching towards second, doesn't go. And the 0-1 pitch is high. Macabrota 0 for 3 so far today with a strikeout. Swings and misses there. The throw down to second is on the money again from Junior Ibarra. And the Baycats will strand a runner 90 feet away, but they put up 4 more. It's an 8-1 lead as we head to the 7th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Park Place, the latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Barry, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
We're into the back third of this ball game at Athletic Culture Stadium, and it's now an 8-run advantage for the Barrie Baycats, a big 4-run 6th. Really breaking this game open in favor of the Baycats, and Saul Vasquez, the beneficiary of that. He's into his 7th inning of work, and he's only at 75 pitches as he enters the 7th.
Go ahead, Baycats, get wild. And we got the 7th for the Panthers. The catcher, number 48, Junior Ibarra.
Junior Ibarra will lead things off, and it's always funny how you pull off a really nice defensive play. In this case, Junior Ibarra catching Noel McGarry Doyle, stealing to end that 6th inning, and then leading off right away. And he flares one the opposite way, right field, and Clayton Keys is there in plenty of time to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th for Vasquez.
Well, he was on pace for a while for his 7 pitches per inning, or 9 pitches rather per inning. Trying to get back on that track later on after a couple of innings down that middle third that were a little bit sketchy in terms of having some runners on. 2 separate times, Kitchener left 2 runners stranded in the 3rd and the 5th in this game. You got to wonder if those runs were ever driven in, how different of a script does this game end up being?
Well, those are the only 2 innings Vasquez has had base runners on. Very impressive so far today. He's retired each of the last 5, 2 of them by strikeout. Josh Williams has struck out both times he's faced Vasquez today. The lefty deals, it's on the ground, and it's going to be a tough play for Daly. Opposite side of his body. The throw is in time as Noah Macabrota able to keep his foot on the bag from a high throw from Brendan Daly. That was a tough play for Baycats second baseman going across his body to make that throw.
Well, Macabrota had to pop himself off the bag a little bit. That's why that call might have been a little sketchy. Had to jump off it just for a quick second and then kind of tippy-toe land his way back to get that in time.
Trent Lawson will step in, had a walk in the third, and struck out in the fifth. Takes the first pitch strike here. Kitchener desperate for anything to try and get back into this game at this point. Only now 7 outs to work with. Swing and a miss.
From now, including the score of last night's game that they had against Hamilton, they have been outscored 21-2.
You tend to see that a lot, especially in Kitchener, at Hitter's Ballpark. A lot of home runs and extra base hits hit at Jack Couch this year among the top parks in the league in terms of home runs. But not necessarily on the road, especially at a park like Athletic Kulture Stadium, which tends to be pitcher-friendly compared to some of the other stadiums. 1-2 from Vasquez. Swing and a miss! 7 innings pitched for Saul Vasquez, and he ends it with another strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 7th as it's stretch time at Athletic Kulture Stadium, 8-1 in favor of the Baycats.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fentz from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Seventh inning is brought to you by Wild Wing Barrie. Go ahead, Baycats, get wild.
We are through the 7th inning stretch and into the home stretch of this ball game. 8-1 Barrie as Nolan Macabrota leads things off against Ben Hewitt. Macabrota returns to the batter's box after Noel McGarry Doyle was caught stealing to end the 6th inning with him up. Brief scoring change to note. The 6th inning we thought was an error charged to Matthew Fabian. Has been awarded a single to Francisco Hernandez, but Fabian still 2 errors in the ball game. And one costly one in particular that brought home 2 runs later on. So the Baycats up to 10 hits on the game today. 1-2 coming up here to Nolan Macabrota, who's 0 for 3. Fouls it away. One, two. Up the middle, tough play for Hewitt off the back of the mound. He makes the play rather quickly for out number 1. Looked like that ball had a bit more juice on it, be able to get a bit further, but more height than distance. So now Francisco Hernandez is 2 for 3 so far, as I mentioned. One is up and in. Pitch from Hewitt is inside, but a big swing and a miss from Hernandez. Just couldn't help himself. Right back to the screen. Still 1-2 as Hernandez stays alive. This is if this score holds up, this is a win the Baycats desperately need in that pennant races. We kind of let off the broadcast with. Losing last night in London was a big blow as they fell a game back of first place, and it's crazy how falling a game back of first place puts you in fourth. As Hernandez puts that one into the left center field gap, and a running, diving catch from Rafael Gross in desperation hauls it in.
Beauty dive there. Looked like he was maybe a body length too short, but breaks out the good old-fashioned Superman.
Yeah, looked like he was on 1 foot when he made that catch, and having to lay out just to land properly and make sure he held it in. His first pitch to Keys is in the dirt. So with Brendan Daly being stranded last inning, it closed the book on Evan Elliott, who allows all 8 runs. Don't imagine all of them are going to be here, and definitely not a few of them. 10 hits. 5 strikeouts. Just 2 walks there as well as Keys takes the 3-0 for a strike. "3-1. On the ground is short. One high hop there for Petey Kiefer. Makes the play routinely in a 1-2-3 frame there for the Baycats, who take an 8-1 lead into the 8th inning. Just 6 outs to work with now for the Panthers, who need every run they can get.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
We're into the 8th inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. And the Baycats have gone to the bullpen for the first time. And it's Boris Vachurka out for his second appearance of the week.
Say first time we saw him was back on Thursday night, and again his second game for the rookie out of Brno, Czech Republic. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 1. So considering this is going to be his first or second effort of the year, we'll see if manager Josh Matlow will let him pitch out the rest of this game.
Really impressive. His first time out on Thursday against Brantford, a scoreless inning in that one as first pitch is fouled off by Rafael Gross. And you look at that 1 inning of work on Thursday in the 8th. A strikeout and a double. And that's really the only thing to note. It was a very clean inning despite that double. But it's really the stuff that he has in terms of his arsenal. He's got the velocity, he's got the movement. It's all about the command for the rest of the way this year. That one's skied out into right field. Clayton Keys on his way back, and he will reach up and make the grab for out number 1.
Well, Vachurka, like you were saying, I believe it was his first batter too. He gave up that double as a hey, or his second batter that he gave up as a hey, welcome to the CBL. And from that point on, was able to put on the heat. So he's given up his one, we'll call it a pseudo hit here as a great play comes out there from Keys. We'll see how he shapes up for these next 2, especially as he's facing Yasvani Penalve.
Yeah, the 7-run lead. A bit more comfortability here as that one's grounded foul. The Baycats really added on in that game on Thursday after Vachurka's outing. And don't see anybody working in the bullpen yet, so this very well might be, the game for him to finish. It's 0-1 is up and away. Fourth time through the order now for Kitchener. After Saul Vasquez really shut down their lineup. A season high 7 innings. 8 strikeouts, which is the most he's had at home this year, and only allowing 4 hits and 1 walk. You could argue that might be the best performance of the season so far for Saul Vasquez. Two-1. Foul back to the screen. Penalve, a 5th inning single, extended his hit streak to 8 games. And he calls time here. Two-two pitch. Called strike 3. Blew the fastball by him and picks up his first strikeout of the ball game.
That's Penalve's only 18th time that he's struck out on the year. Walked into this game with a .333 average, a little bit less now, so he's gone 1 for 4.
Yes, second time he's struck out in this ball game. As Petey Kiefer steps in, takes the first pitch outside. Kiefer 0 for 3. The 2 through 4 spots in this Panther order. 0 for 12 on the afternoon. And that one's inside, 2-0. Churka, 2-0. Up high again, 3-0 here to Petey Kiefer. I know there's 2 outs, but if you're the Panthers, just to get someone on base here, whether it's a walk or a base hit, would be a boost of confidence they might need to just try and get something going. Right down the middle for strike 1.
And all of a sudden, the ballpark got real sunny again after that wave of those dark, spooky clouds passed by. And you see the umbrellas start to come out here for that again.
Up to a full count now as another fastball gets by Kiefer. Malik Williams waits on deck. He'll definitely have one more time around before this ball game is through. 3-2 on the ground, and it will stay in play. It's going to be a tough play, and they call him out. Kiefer dove into first base. He looked to beat the throw at least because it was a short flip for Vachurka, and Pete Kiefer is going to come out and defend his son. An emphatic argument there, at least for a few seconds there for Kiefer. Backs off as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, 8-1 Barrie here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
The 8th inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
We're into the 8th inning, and we got a pinch hitter off the bench for Barrie. Brandon Hernandez making his first appearance since July 10th. Missed a couple games earlier this week, and coming off the bench for the first time in quite a while. Like getting a pinch hit opportunity in for Noah Hall, who started at third base. And skies that one foul quickly. 0-2 for Ben Hewitt, who's still out there in relief of Evan Elliott. Another one fouled off by Hernandez. The Baycats really breaking this game open with a 4-run 6th inning. All 8 runs charged to the starter Evan Elliott, who pitched into the 6th but did not record an out, as Hernandez keeps working the pitch count up. Another one fouled away. The pitch from Hewitt up high, 1-2. Hernandez's only home run of the season came against Kitchener. That was back on June 21st at Jack Couch Park, as he takes that one low, 2-2. Hitting .341 on the year through 23 games. And checks the swing there, it goes around, and he's called out on strikes.
The catcher,
First strikeout for Ben Hewitt. Christian Puyol-Genesar will step in. Still looking for his first hit. Reached on an error in the 6th. And that error bringing in 2 runs. Big righty deals. Flared foul on the right side.
Genesar, like you said, still trying to make a mark on this game.
Honestly, he called a great game for Saul Vasquez behind the plate. Just hasn't been credited with the hit offensively, and he puts one on the ground there. Fabian grabs it routinely. The throw on to first is in time. 2 down.
The second baseman, number 47, Brendan Daly.
Brendan Daly, 3 for 3 today with an RBI. Has scored the second run of this game, which has proved to really be the difference, at least so far. A leadoff triple back in the 3rd. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Fastball gets by him for strike 1. One pitch is a slider in the dirt, 2-1. Canisijo waits on deck. We'll see if he gets a 5th plate appearance this afternoon. 2-1. Fly ball, right field. Yasvani Penalve sees it all the way into his glove for out number 3 to end the 8th inning. Last chance for the Kitchener Panthers. 3 outs to work with and 7 to tie as we head to the 9th inning here in Springwater.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Barry, this one's for you. My name is James Anderson, owner of Sinclair Sports Medical Center. We find what's actually going wrong with your body and we make a plan to fix it. And I've spent years helping people in this city move better and hurt less. We want to help you feel like yourself again. Come see us and let's get you back to living your best life.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The 9th inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca. New pitcher on the mound for Barrie, Carlos Sano, comes into this game 7-1, the closer of all closers if you had to look into him. 2.81 ERA, 17 strikeouts, 5 walks. And like we said earlier, we're not the only game that's going on today. Over in the bottom of the 8th, you got Guelph at home taking on the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Guelph leads 6-4 in that effort. And over in Welland, they're down 2-0, the Jackfish, to the Hamilton Cardinals off a home run shot by Darlin German against the league ERA leader in Abdiel Saldana. The score there is 2-0 in the bottom of the 1st for the Hamilton Cardinals.
So no, enters this game, you might be questioning why, considering it's a 7-run lead. Well, he hasn't pitched in 2 weeks, or over 2 weeks. Last pitched on July 9th. It was a scoreless effort against the Welland Jackfish. A 2-inning outing. First pitch to former teammate Malik Williams in there for a strike. (8-1) Barrie here in the ninth. As Williams fouls that right back. And it's off the pole that holds up the netting.
That ping is usually reserved for metal bats, not metal poles.
Snow comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Snow sits down Williams, who doesn't like the call. Nonetheless, that's the first out of the ninth. Matthew Fabian getting an opportunity here in the ninth inning. First pitch called a strike. Impressive here for Baycats pitching. The first three plate appearances for Malik Williams against Saul Vasquez, and then that one there against Carlos Sano. 0 for 4 on the day. All right, another one called a strike, 0-2, and impressive for Baycats pitching in the sense that Williams came into this game the league leader in batting average and third in OPS, holding him to 0 for 4 day. Another strikeout opportunity for Sano. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to second, Brendan Daly picks it up, a routine play for out number 2.
Daly took his time to zero in on Macabrota there, and when you don't got anyone to contest, you might as well.
So Zane Scansey will be the last, or pardon me, pinch hitter. This is not Samuel Quintana. This is Jackson Cook getting the pinch hit opportunity. Oh, 0-1 here on Cook, who fouls that one away, and Kitchener's down to the last strike. The 0-2 from Sano. There's a high flying ball, but it's going to drift foul into the Panther bullpen and over the Panther bullpen.
Please have the inning sponsor up there, please, sir.
Really good crowd sticking around for the final out. Kitchener down to its last strike. The 0-2. Just missed, low and away as Cook lays off. Just the second game Jackson Cook has appeared in, picked up just last week by the Panthers.
Holy, that crowd got loud. They're waiting for it.
One-two from Sano on the ground. This could do it. Francisco Hernandez, a long throw, and it is not quite there. It's off the bag for Nolan Macabrota, and it looks like it's going to be an infield single there with 2 outs for Jackson Cook. That throw just barely bringing Nolan Macabrota off the first base bag to keep that one in front.
And for those keeping track there, Brandon Hernandez only got to join in on the offensive side because out at third base now is Carson Barker.
Thank you for that, ACN.
Matteo Zeppieri, the pinch runner, out at first base there for Kitchener.
Yeah, really key for emptying the bench here in the 9th inning. Junior Ibarra will be the batter. First pitch to Ibarra is a called strike. Swing and a miss from Ibarra, 0-2, and he's down to his last strike again.
Baycats faithful were loud and proud when we had 1 strike to go last time around. Part 2 for Carlos Snow, a chance to officially put the nail in the coffin.
Fans behind him again. Here's the 0-2. It's on the ground to short. It could do it again. And Hernandez goes the easy way to finish out the ball game, and a Baycat 8-1 win over the Kitchener Panthers. And a really strong all-around effort on both sides of the ball for Barrie.
Just a fantastic game. The offense got back to work. They got 10 hits on the board. A couple of errors from Kitchener, scored a few runs for the Baycats, but overall, a very, very strong game for Barrie. A good bounce back after the loss last night to London.
So the winning pitcher here is Saul Vasquez, his 4th of the year, while it's the 4th loss of the season for Evan Elliott, who went into the 7th inning despite allowing 8 runs. We will see you next week, Thursday and Saturday home game, or Thursday and Sunday home games for the Baycats here at Athletic Culture Stadium. For ATN Skitch and our entire Baycats TV crew, I'm Julius Hern, wishing you a good evening and so long here from Baycats TV.